What's good? It's your boy Fanon. Thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And I hope you'll attend the live streams. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we drop videos. We do videos daily, have very good conversations about boxing on the live stream. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel on Super Chat. Thank you for everybody that, tunes in and watches the videos. We really appreciate it. The channel's grown real fast over the last year. We look to keep that up by talking real good boxing talk. Now, so we have what is not breaking news at this point. By the time this video comes out, everybody who subscribes to this channel should already know that it's been reported that Deontay Wilder has agreed to Anthony Joshua bout in the UK and says the ball is in their court. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of excitement. I haven't seen videos on it yet. I'm sure there's a lot of excitement from people about this. The possibility of having what should be the biggest boxing match in boxing happen, because we're all boxing fans, we're all boxing junkies, and if you're watching this video, you're a boxing junkie, because that's the type of people that subscribe to my channel. So everybody should be excited, but I'm not, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I believe that Deontay Wilder would accept the terms that are offered by Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, or really, more correctly, I believe, offered by Eddie Hearn. But I don't believe that they want the bout. I will, like they say, believe it when I see it. When it is announced that the bout has been signed off, and after it's agreed that it's been signed off, after the Alexander Povetkin, when they have a face-off, and then I see the two standing on the stage together, I will believe that this bout is happening. Not before. Because we were already at this point before. This is right back where we were before. That's it. The only exception to it is that and I don't know what the financial terms of this are. I don't know if it's 12.5 million flat and Deontay Wilder's like, look, I'll take the 12.5 flat, whatever. I'll go to the UK. I don't care. I want this bout. But seeing as, and I don't know what the deal was, right? I know that and I'll go through the article, that it's supposed to be a two bout deal where one takes place in the United States. I mean, the UK. The first is in the UK and the second is in the United States. I don't know what the monetary deal is. I don't know if there's a real rematch clause in it. I don't know anything about the deal. And you know why I don't know what the deal is? Because ironically enough, the actual offer has not been written down on a piece of paper and delivered to Deontay Wilder. Does that sound familiar? It sounds familiar to me, right? And I'm going to take the same stance that Anthony Joshua fans did when Deontay Wilder made him an offer for $50 million. Where are the details? Is it written down? But this time, it's interesting. Deontay Wilder accepted an offer without seeing it written down. He accepted the terms, whatever those are, and I don't know what they are right now. When I'm telling you I'm not paying attention to the deals and the specifics of this bout, I mean it. I am not paying attention to it. All I know is we are right back where we were when all of this nonsense started, and it's hard for me to believe that a guy that rejected $50 million guaranteed with an upside is really going to take a $30 million pay cut to have a bout in front of his fans. It's so hard for me to comprehend that. And yes, note, AJ boxing fans, I said a $30 million pay cut because that's what it is. It's not 15, 10, 15. It's at least 30. Anthony Joshua is not getting paid $20 million a bout. At the most, he's $20 million. Excuse me. At the most, what he's getting is $20 million. 15 million pounds is $20 million. 15 million pounds, which is the highest purse that I've seen him get credit for. Because I think he got 15 for 13 for Klitschko, and I saw 15 for for Takam. So he's around 15, 16 million pounds, which is just roll it up to 21 million, 22 million. At $22 million, that is a $28 million pay cut so that he can stay in the UK. You really have to not want to face somebody if you're going to cut your salary in more than in half. So, like I said, I will believe it when I see it. But my hat's off to Deontay Wilder. I don't think that there's ever been a boxer that has tried harder to get a bout than Deontay Wilder's tried to get this thing with Anthony Joshua. It is clear as day to me and to any reasonable person that Anthony Joshua does not want that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing did not want this bout. Because this deal for the UK, I do believe that's for something after Alexander Povetkin. I will be shocked, and I will be happily shocked if they call off Alexander Povetkin. This is a joke, man. Let me go through what he said, though, in fairness to the news. It is, Wilder, I've agreed to the Joshua bout in the UK. The ball is in their court. Now, isn't the ball in their court? That's exactly what Eddie Hearn had said with Deontay Wilder. About the ball is in their court. They made another offer to Deontay Wilder. And, Deontay Wilder needs to know whether or not he's going to take the bout. Isn't that what Anthony Joshua said, too? He needs to be realistic. Financially realistic. How does this dude get that out of his mouth? I do not know. But it came out of his mouth. So, Deontay Wilder has gone way to confirming reports about with Anthony Joshua. The WBC World Heavyweight Champion has, this is not a very well edited article, according to reports, agreed to a two-bout deal to take on WBA Super IBO, IBF, WBO champion Anthony Joshua in the next bout. It says 29. I don't understand what BoxRec is doing. I mean, what BoxingScenes.com is doing with their editors. They need to get an editor. Because these articles, it's like somebody typed it like when it's like they talked into, like they're speaking and it's just being transcribed. But anyway, WBO champion, it says WBO champion 29 in the UK next. What they mean is Super WBA Super IBO IBF WBO champion Anthony Joshua in the UK next. And Wilder, just as news broke courtesy of ESPN's Dan Raphael, shed some light on the rumors taking to social media to firm them up. Breaking news for all you Anthony Joshua fans, he tweeted. The $50 million offer for him to face me next in the U.S. is still available. Today, I've even agreed to their offer to face Joshua next in the UK. If he prefers to face each other in the UK, the ball is in their court. It's up to them to choose. A bout between Wilder and Joshua has long been mooted, but it appears that Olympic gold medalist Joshua would return in autumn. September 29th at Wembley Stadium in London has been mentioned, potentially against WBA mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin of Russia. However, it seems the bout the world wants to see is imminent, with Wilder and his team now awaiting contracts to be sent to them by Joshua and company. Terms for the bout in the UK have already been agreed, as have the terms for the U.S. return. The date and venue for the bout are to be confirmed, with further details to be revealed in due course. Joshua was last seen in action back in March when he unified his 4 titles with a 12-round unanimous decision over Joseph Parker at Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. For his part, Wilder was also last seen in March at Barclays Center in Brooklyn when he recovered from being badly hurt in the 7th round to score a 10th round knockout of undefeated Cuban challenger Luis Ortiz. So, that's the gist of it. Wilder says that he'd be willing to take this offer, write it down, and then, we can get it on. But look, I just don't think that this means anything. It doesn't mean anything until I see him on the stage. There is a real desire on the part of Matchroom Boxing, I believe, to not have this bout happen. I take my hats off to Deontay Wilder for continuing to push it and continuing to do it. I mean, how many people have done what this guy has done as far as trying to find and do anything possible to get in the ring with somebody? But somehow, UK boxing, not UK, because honestly, most people that I talk to now in the UK know what the deal is. I mean, it has reaffirmed my belief in UK boxing. I've been saying I've always believed for years, especially when I watch boxing matches being called on Sky Sports, right? When I saw the decision to Maurice Hooker go to in the bout this weekend with Terry Flanagan faced Maurice Hooker, very good bout, by the way. That was in the UK, and that Maurice Hooker got a decision in the UK, that was reaffirming. It was like, okay, these guys are serious. They are fair. And they just UK has some of the absolute most knowledgeable boxing fans in the world, committed boxing fans in the world, and 99 times out of 10, they're the most pleasant people to have, conversations with on YouTube in the comment section. But this particular brand of AJ fan they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. As far as their casual understanding of what's going on or not, let me say that casual understanding is, because that would mean I'm using a word like a casual boxing fan. I don't mean to use that moniker. What I mean is that they aren't thinking this thing through. In my opinion, they're not thinking it through. They've fallen for every line that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua's team have thrown out there from the beginning of the conversation around Deontay Wilder bout happening. They've fallen for every line from nobody knows Deontay Wilder in the United States. Do you remember that? Nobody knows Deontay Wilder in the United States. He needs to get his profile up. And, nobody knows him. Anthony Joshua is better known in the United States than Anthony Deontay. Yeah, Anthony Joshua is better known in the United States than Deontay Wilder. You fell for that, right? Then it's Deontay Wilder's ducking because Deontay Wilder's never reached out to Matchroom. Where's the offer? Why don't they call? You fell for that too. All right. Eddie Hearn gets busted out on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. And he blows that one up. And then Eddie Hearn is forced into offering a $12.5 million flat fee offer, which is ridiculous. And it's something that's pretty much designed to make the bout not happen. But then all of a sudden it switches to, Deontay Wilder, this is 5 times more money than he's ever gotten before. And then Deontay Wilder says, look, here's the $50 million that Anthony Joshua's asked for. Eddie Hearn says, I don't know where that money's coming from. Who's this Alabama guy? The money's not real, right? Same line that he used when talking about when Pulev busted him out and acted like the people that beat Eddie Hearn in the purse bid for Dillian White versus Pulev acted like they didn't have the money either, right? And then all of a sudden they show up with the money and he goes off and does something else. Same thing, Same thing with the Anthony Joshua side on it. He shows up with the money, and all of a sudden it changed to he never asked for the money, but Anthony Joshua's the A side, and what Anthony Joshua really wants is for the bout to be in the UK. And Deontay Wilder needs to be realistic about what he wants, because AJ has earned the right for this bout to be in the UK. So now we're at this point where now Deontay Wilder says, look, the money, the big money for you is still there, but I'll even take whatever you offer, what you've offered in the UK. Just send me the contract. All right. So yeah, I would much rather make $50 million myself and have Anthony Joshua make $50 million in the US. But if you don't want it, okay, we'll come over there to the UK. We'll accept the offer that you say you're gonna make, right? Or at least the basic terms. Yes, we agree in principle to the 2-bout deal, one in the US. You know what Eddie Hearn says. Now let's see if the contract shows up, right? Oh, and I forgot the other one. When Deontay Wilder said that he was going to counteroffer the $12.5 million, what were these Anthony Joshua fans saying? Oh, where's the offer? Where's the offer? It's been a day now. It's been a day. Where's the offer? Oh, it's been 2 days. Where's the offer? It's been 3 days. Where's the offer? He's not serious about it. Then he switched from, oh, he's not serious about it, to when the offer shows up, to, oh, they don't have the money. And then from they don't have the money to, oh, they never really asked for the money. To, oh, yeah, okay, well, there's the money, but what are the terms? You can't accept, you'd be ridiculous you can't agree to a deal unless you actually see the written contract. You can't agree on, I mean, what could they do? They might try to have that bout on the moon. But here we are now. Deontay Wilder's doing exactly what they said, what Eddie Hearn and those guys say nobody would ever do, which is agree in principle to some high-level terms and say, send me the formal written document. See, for me, I don't have a layman's understanding of what the word contract means. Okay? They're going to accept an offer. After that, you write it all down, you agree to what the consideration is, and you execute the agreement. After you execute it, then you have a contract, whatever. I still don't think this dude wants the bout, because you shouldn't have to go through all of that. You shouldn't have to go through all of that. This is all around, like my sister-in-law says, you got me going all around the mulberry bush. All around. This is a full circle around the mulberry bush. We are right back where we were, with Deontay Wilder saying, I will face him in the UK. Okay, I'll come to the UK. He always said he wanted to was willing to go to the UK. But that's what I'm saying, man. I'm just really glad that there are UK boxing fans that come to the page, that talk about what's going on, give their opinion about what's going on, and it really did save my impression and validated what I thought about the quality of boxing fans in the UK, that it is as high as it gets. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't really say what's going on with Mexican fans or right. But as far as the quality of boxing fans and their understanding of the sport of boxing and their love for the sport of boxing, the UK boxing fans are very, very, very high quality fans. But you've got some very actively involved AJ fanboys that are buying whatever bit of crap is getting fed to them by Anthony Joshua. And I just, at this point, like I said, I want Errol Spence. I want Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. That's the biggest match in boxing for me right now. Because right now, the way Anthony Joshua, I used to not even know who would win. I'm like, I don't know who's going to win between Joshua and Wilder. I don't know. But right now, I'm like, dude, this dude, Anthony Joshua, he doesn't seem like he wants it. He looks scared. And I'm telling you, you can have all the skill in the world. But if you're shaky and the other guy is not shaky, you're going to lose. You're going to lose to the aggressive guy. The aggressive guy who might not have as many tricks in his bags. And honestly, I mean, it is what it is, man. Y'all can get excited about this if you want to get excited about this. I like Deontay Wilder. I want the best for Deontay Wilder. I appreciate everything Deontay Wilder's done as far as trying to push this bout, but he's the only one trying to push it. And like I said in the beginning, I will believe it when I see it. And when I say I'll believe it when I see it, I don't care if they sign the contract, and I will believe it when they show up to the door. When they show up to the door and the bell rings. But anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace.